Hi, Jim Robinson with ProfitTrading.com, and I'm going to show you some trades we're in the premium newsletter. This stock, it gapped up here, and we bought right above this high at 610, and right Friday it closed at 716, and you can see that the moving averages are spreading out. So I think this stock has a lot of upside on it, and we're holding it. So in the newsletter, you not only get where to enter, you get where to put the stop. We risked about 250 bucks on this one, and then with 100 shares, all the trades in my newsletter are 100 shares. If you decided to trade more or less, that's fine. That's up to you. But so we're up 100 bucks on this trade right now, roughly, and it looks like it has higher to go, so we're holding it. So you not only get where to enter the trade, but where to exit the trade. Now I'll let you know when to exit this trade when I think a good time to get out of this stock. Okay, now here's another one that we're in. IVAC. We got long right on this bar here, and we got long about 1230. I've brought the stop up to break even, and I think this stock's heading higher. I mean, the moving averages look good. It's heading higher, and I just think I think this one's going to go higher, so we're holding this one too. So we're bought it at 1230. We're at break even, and it closed Friday at, it looks like, 1471. Okay, we'll move on here. Let's see, URRE. That's a uranium stock, and these uranium stocks have been going crazy, and I think this is gonna again be another big winner. I think this has a long ways to go on the upside. The way these things took off, I don't think it's anywhere near being over. Okay, now basically I recommended to buy above this bar's high. So when this bar was made that night in this newsletter, I said to buy at like $1.80 a share, and the next day it basically opened right at $1.80. So that's what price we're in, and that was November 3rd. Now it went up here, and we could have sold, but again, I'm kind of a buy and hold type of person, and I just don't think there's any reason to sell this stock. The moving averages are going up. Everything looks bullish. We're pretty much, I haven't said break even, but we're pretty much at break even, because if it were to go down a little more, I'd just say get out. But it closed Friday at 313, so we're up a dollar share on that stock, and I think there's a lot higher prices ahead for this stock. Um, and if you notice a couple of these stocks, right when I got in them, they pretty much took off right from there. We try to get that to happen most of the times. It doesn't happen every time, and that's another thing I'm a big believer in, is giving the trade a little room to work. Um, okay, PIP, we got long right on this open here, and that was on 1018, and that was at 350 a share. Now, Friday, this stock closed at $4, so we're up on this. And again, the moving averages are pointing up. The chart pattern looks good, and I'm expecting PIP to take out this high and really take off higher from here. So this is another one that I think we're good on, and we're holding. And the ones I'm not going to show you, some of them were either just right at break even or just a tiny bit behind. But really, every stock that we own right now in the premium newsletter, I got about probably 15 of them. I don't think there's a loser in the bunch. I mean, of course there could be, but right now I think they're all good. Okay, STEC, it made this wide range bar here, and that was on 10.6, and I recommended to buy the high of that bar the next morning. So we got long STEC on this bar at 1360. We're at break even now, and STEC closed Friday at 1761, so that's about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, about $400, and I think this one's going to keep going higher too. And another way I tell if these are going to go higher is I look at the weekly and monthly charts too. So again, I tell you when to get in, which was right here. I've said all the way through every newsletter everybody's got on a daily newsletter ever since we bought back here, all the way through I've said hold. Even when it pulled back here, this could have came down and stopped us out. But I was confident it was gonna. This stock was in an uptrend, gonna keep going higher, and I knew we were in at a good position. And when you got a good entry point, you're in at break even. I think it pays to hold, so we're holding this one. And that's about it for right now, but I think you can kind of see what we try to do. I try to look for, bars like this where I think the stock has made a pattern, a base pattern, a triangle, something like that, and then where I think it's taken off to the upside. And then I try to just take a nibble on it, and this one went our way right away, and that's what I pretty much try to do. We don't risk a lot on these trades, but I do give them a little room to work. I mean, when I entered this at 1360, I probably had to stop at like say 10, and that'd be a $360 risk on 100 shares. But what I do in the newsletter too is if I might have the stop at $10, but if I see that this thing, if it starts heading down to 1250 and I see something in the charts that the trade's no good anymore, I'll just tell you to get out at the market. So usually these stops are like emergency only stops, and we'll never really get hit at the stop price because I'll bring the stop up if I see that the trade's not going very good. So that's it for now. Jim Robinson, ProfitTrading.com.